Hello everyone, this is Nick from Nick's Audio Video Transfer, and I'm going to show you how I take a home video and transfer it to a digital file. In this case, I'm not going to use a home video, like someone's own home videos or my own, but I am going to use this copy of Steamboat Willie. Now that it's in the public domain, can't do any harm. Yeah, I know I can probably use any VHS tape, it'll probably fall under, fair use, but, just give me a good excuse to get this, promotional VHS tape of Steamboat Willie. I guess it's promotional. There's no barcode. I don't know how anyone was able to get this. And I think it was released in the 90s or late 80s, and it is only the Steamboat Willie feature. So yeah, what I use is OBS, and I have a USB RCA adapter, and the one I have is called IO Data. And from what I was told, this is the best one, or one of the best ones to use, gives you the best quality. It's from Japan. So I'm going to take this. So whenever I get a tape, I always have it rewind all the way to the beginning. If it's not, I just put it in like a video rewinding machine and do that. I don't use my VCR for that. So we're just gonna put this in, and usually a lot of people they would have the recording tab on there, and I always leave the recording tab on there because if it's off, it'll automatically play, and if it's on, it won't play until I hit play. But in this case, since the recording tab is on, it is not on the Steamboat Willie videotape. I will be it'll play on its own, and here we go. Oh, and of course I hit record. Now, of course, I hit record before I put it in the VCR, but for this demonstration, I guess I'm a little wrong. Now you will hear what happens. So yeah, so this is how it starts, and I would just sit here and monitor it. As of the moment, there's no sound coming through because there's no sound when they show the FBI warning for these Disney movies. You may be familiar, but pretty soon you will hear something very soon. There's no sound coming through. And there is Steamboat Willie. And yeah, when a tape is playing, I just let it play the whole way through. Even if there's a moment where it may be done, like if there's if it gives me a blue screen and nothing else is recorded, I would let it still record. And if I feel it's going on for too long, I would stop the tape and fast forward it. And I would look at my counter because, if you see the counter and if it goes to the next minute, that means there's obviously, still footage. But if I would hit stop and fast forward, if it was still a blue screen, if I believe that the counter would still say whatever number it sits on, and of course the counter changes, I would catch it immediately and rewind and make sure I record whatever footage is in there. But generally, I usually just let it run the whole way through, and then I would edit it in DaVinci Resolve, trim out anything that, any blue screens, anything that wasn't recorded, condense it together. I don't want to give a client a footage that's not there. That is just ridiculous. So of course this is what it looks like, and here's what the final product looked like on screen. And that is the end of the tape. Yeah, it was just that short. So, when the tape is done, I would hit stop. And before I started recording, I created a folder to save it in. Now I actually put everything on an external hard drive. And then I also back that up on a bigger external hard drive that's like, I think it was like 30 some gigabytes. So I have it saved on 2 external hard drives, and I always have it on backups for clients in case something happens to it. But for this demonstration, I'm just going to save it on my desktop. And yeah, and there would be the video file. This is what we just watched. The whole thing. Yeah. Now, usually I would put it into DaVinci Resolve to trim some things out just in case, but also it would give it a much smaller file size, because when it's recorded on OBS, I have it set on a larger file size, like the certain setting I saw online that gives you the best quality. But for this, I'm not gonna bother. I don't think you need to see that. So, and then I would just take the videotape out. See? That's all there is. So then I would just put it in the machine to rewind. Then I would just have it rewound all the way to the beginning. And then once it's done, you'll put it back in the case. Either the case provided, that is. And yeah, give it back to the client. And whatever they would like, I would probably put it on like a DVD for them if they like, or on a USB drive. And I got it in these little boxes, like here, for example. Oh, and the tape is done. Yep. So yeah, that is what I do when I convert a VHS tape to digital format. Yeah, I can't do this one-handed. So yeah, and I'm located in Pennsylvania. I like to do these things locally as much as possible. But yeah, if you or anyone you know has any home videos like VHS tapes, VHS-C, or high-8 tapes, like to get them converted, yeah, please reach out to me. And I look forward to doing business with you. Thank you, and you have a great day.